Hi, I'm Sibylla Muller. I'm here at TradeTech in Amsterdam. I'm here with Steve Plestis from GH Financials. Hi, Steve.
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well, and you?
Good, thank you. Good.
First TradeTech for you. Lots of topics for discussion that are of interest to the whole industry and for myself as well. And one in particular stands out that I actually want to pick your brains about. It's the concept of 24/5 trading. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, straight away, 24/5 is big in the equity world, but it draws parallels with derivatives world, which is obviously our focus, and the 24/7 topic that has been front and center for the last few months now within our industry. Something there's a lot of chat about, a lot of discussion about. It's really up there with what people are focusing on at the moment.
And why do you think the industry is actually moving into this direction?
So the rationale, I think, is driven by the crypto space.
Right.
So crypto markets the spot crypto markets are 24/7. There are derivatives on the crypto markets. And if the underlying is 24/7, then I guess it's a logical step to take to facilitate using derivatives over the same time frame. That's my thought, anyway, at least.
I'm sure many of you will agree. And there was in fact a whole panel on this morning. And of course, one of the main things everyone's talking about is the challenges we must overcome as an industry to get to that point. What are your views on that?
I mean, there are a few. If I think about, I don't know, let's say kind of top three maybe. So number one, I would suggest that operational infrastructure needs to change. Traditionally, our business has been built around a batch process. So overnight, those systems shut down, they have a little sleep, they wake up in the morning and go again. Obviously with a 24/7 setup, systems are working continuously. So that's something that we need to think about and evaluate for. Certainly, so the operational and the tech infrastructure. Secondly, I guess, and these are in no particular order, margin and risk. Again, when we look at the traditional setup, batch process, margin sent out, T+1, that works fine Monday through Friday. But as soon as you incorporate weekends, you need to think about, well, how do you move money or margin or assets over a weekend? Hence the topic of tokenization, which has been, again, front and center discussion point for the industry for a while now. Maybe that's a solution to that problem. And it's the same for risk, right? When you're calculating and looking at your risk exposure, the systems are all set up to do that over a certain time period. They're not set up to do that over weekends. So how is it that you manage and look after your risk exposure? And the third one is, the likes of you and me. I mean, I don't know about you, I quite like my weekends. I remember actually the uproar there was when I was trading Eurex and they extended the hours by a couple of hours into the evening. So it's how is it that that we as an industry and we as a firm manage ourselves now to ensure that we are servicing clients over that 24/7 period if it's needed. We're going to need to have people working at weekends. How do you figure that out? So lots of things for us to think about.
So that's kind of on an industry level. So when you bring that back down to GH Financials, like how do you approach this?
So as a firm, we are driven by what our clients want and what our clients need. So the first thing we're doing is engaging with clients, understanding what their requirements are, what their needs are, and then once we have that feedback, then we adjust ourselves and manage ourselves accordingly. So that's the way that we operate. It's always going to be client-led.
Oh, indeed, it's always client-led for everything. Now, the industry has come a long way already, but what's the sort of next milestone that will really focus everybody's mind and in the move towards 24/5?
I mean that,
or 24/7.
Yeah, I mean that milestone is here, right? It's next month with CME going live with 24/7 for crypto products. So it's here. It's not a pipe dream. It's not a discussion point for a particular market. It is going to be live as of next month. So that is the first milestone. Where we go from that, we'll have to see.
That will definitely focus efforts, particularly on the tech front.
Yeah.
So if I was to give you a crystal ball, what do you think? Where do you think we'll be next year, in 2 years' time?
If you gave me a crystal ball, I'd be using it for something else other than deciding when 24/7 was going to go live. But if you were to put my feet to the fire, and when I say live, I mean for like traditional finance, not necessarily the crypto space. The industry moves quick. It moves really quick. We could be having this discussion in a year's time here, and maybe things have progressed. But I'm going to say 1 or 2 years, and I think we'll both be surprised at how much progress there is.
Interesting. So I guess I'll see you back here next year, and we can catch up and see where 24/5 or 24/7 has gone.
Let's do that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.